My name is Robert Swider. I'm one of the Oregon Judge Advisors. My colleague with me here.
I'm Al Vannoy.
We're here today to present for you a primer on FTC judging. This is a quick outline of our presentation. We'll be hitting some of these points harder than others, so just look at it and get a sense of what we'll be talking about. So why do you participate in FIRST? Well, FIRST is an engineering program, but you'll need to be aware it's also a literacy program. You're going to spend a lot of time reading materials, and you need to be aware of that. You're going to learn some engineering skills. You'll learn how to communicate more effectively. You'll be eligible for some college scholarships, and hopefully you get out of this two other important aspects: gracious professionalism, which is a term coined by FIRST, and learn the FIRST core values and embody them. Also, we've learned that it is fun. My name is Robert Swider. I'm an attorney. I am one of the judge advisors for Oregon. I've served as a judge advisor for a number of years. I've been a judge many times. Both Al and I have watched many, many teams do it. We volunteer because we enjoy it and we have fun doing it.
I'm Al Vannoy. I'm an Intel retiree, and I'm currently a Encore Fellow working at ORTOP. I've been doing FLL and FTC judging and judge advising for over 15 years now.
So what do you need to know about judging? What do the judges decide? The judges decide the awards. They decide who wins the awards. You need to be aware that your best path for advancing in a tournament is through the judging. 9 of the 15 award in the top 15 awards in the game manual that are listed there. On the first game manual I looked at was on page 21. They tell you what the awards are and what the order of advancement is, and how you advance. So be aware that the best way to advance is through judging. So, who is your audience here? It's the judges. How do you convince an audience?
So you need to know the criteria and you be able to speak to it. So all the criteria and all the information is found in the manuals and instructions online.
On the screen you'll see a list of what the judging process is. There's team panel interviews. The judges then go through a process where they determine who's going to win the awards and write scripts ultimately as to what the awards are. One of the most important aspects of everything is the engineering notebook.
So the key to success in all the awards is having a well-written engineering notebook. Look at the examples that are available online. They'll guide you in what you need to do and how you need to lay out the format and the information. Be sure to include tags and tabs to help guide the judges as much as possible. During a judging session, they only have a few minutes to look at the materials, so try and guide them wherever possible. Also, you'll need to provide a summary sheet. The specifics on the summary sheet are laid out in the instructions.
You need to be thinking about what helps the judges, and be sure to read the manuals. This is a literacy program. Read Game Manual 1 and 2 more than once. Read the Engineering Notebook Guidelines. Read the Judge's Manual. Read the Referee's Manual. Read the Inspector's Manual. You're going to be responsible for knowing those things. A very good resource on the Engineering Notebook is a video that's been produced by Hotwired from Oregon, and you can find them just by typing Hotwired YouTube videos, or the URL is on the screen. How do the judges use your engineering notebook? They use it throughout the day, and they use it very literally when you're in the room with them, and at other points throughout the day and throughout their deliberations. The awards are listed on the screen in front of you. We're not going to go through each of the awards in great detail. Read them in the manuals. The highest award that is presented by FIRST is the Inspire Award. And that is the team that is very strong across the board. They are the team that you all would look up to when you see them and you watch what they're doing.
So the awards are listed in the hierarchy or order of importance. So as you look at the material, keep that in mind. So after the Inspire Award is the Think Award, and this again is centered around the engineering notebook.
And two things you need to be aware of about the engineering notebook is that in the course of using that notebook, the judges should be able to determine how you built your robot. They should be able to reproduce that.
It should also document the journey the team has taken throughout the season.
Al, do you want to speak on the Connect Award?
So the Connect Award is about your outreach, both to your community and to the technical community as well. So you want to document all those opportunities you've had, all the events that you've attended, and make sure that any of that material is included in the engineering notebook as well.
The Innovate Award is about an innovative robot or a part of a robot.
So what makes your robot unique from other robots? Be sure to stress that, especially when you're in front of the judges.
The Design Award is about using industrial design principles that form a balance between form and function and aesthetics. There's some beautiful robots in the world that you'll see at tournaments, and you use the tools that are available to you in order to design your robot. And if you use PTC Creo or another CAD program, make sure you record that in your engineering notebook, include drawings, include that information that the judges are going to want to see to help understand.
So in the Motivate Award, a couple of key things here is include a business plan or strategy that identifies what your future goals are. But also, it's strongly suggested that on the Motivate Award, all teams need to participate in the presentation. So we know that it's encompassing that it's not an individual effort, but a team effort. The team needs to show creative approaches to its materials, marketing materials, even in their engineering notebook, how they stand apart from other teams.
The Control Award is about using the elements that are available to you in order to make the robot run better. You use advanced software techniques. You can use them both in the autonomous mode and in teleop mode. And you have a better way of using the control components to enhance the functionality of the robot on the playing field. Two other awards we're going to talk about that are optional. They're only in Oregon awarded at the championship level, although any team that participates in the program can make submissions. One thing I do want to point out is the slides that you've been seeing about the awards simply are listing the information that is already in the manuals that you should be reading. The Promote Award is used to promote first. They make a 60-second public service announcement, and this year the theme is, "This is how I plan to pay first forward." There'll be additional information available later in the season about how you do your video submissions. The Compass Award is an award that is given to highlight a coach or a mentor's contribution to a team. It again can't be longer than 60 seconds, and you'll have to follow the submission guidelines that you get.
So interacting with the judges, always think that you need to make a good impression at whether it's in the pits or before the judges or even when you pass them in the hallway.
Preparation for judging. One thing to be aware of, I said before, it is a literacy program. Think about Shakespeare, Hamlet. To thine own self be true. If you go in there and you trying to emulate another team that you saw a video of how they judge, that's not you, and you won't come across naturally. Be yourselves. Consider who the audience is. And you need to stop and think about what the judges want to know about your team. Prepare a presentation. Try and use about plan to use about 2/3 of the time that will be available to you to do a presentation that you have thought about and practiced.
So you need to anticipate the questions so you have the answers ready. You might want to do dry runs of your presentation, do a mock panel so that you're not surprised by anything that comes up and you have as complete and full an answer as possible.
And as it says on the display, the qualifying tournaments, you have about 10 minutes with the judges, so it's not a very long period of time. At championship, you have 15 minutes with the judges. Use that time wisely.
Be ready to encounter the judges at any point again. You'll never know when you're going to get a question.
Some concluding thoughts. I want you to think about the core values. Everybody should be aware of them. You should try to live them. You should understand why they're there. And we'd like to thank you for the opportunity to spend some time with you today. You folks inspire me. Go out there and help make FIRST loud if you can. And a very important thing for you students is to thank your coaches, your mentors, your parents for what they've provided for you. And we want to see you succeed in life and make the world a better place. If you have questions, if we happen to be in an event where you are, you can come up and ask us. Any of the judge advisors will be happy to answer your questions. You can email me at the address on the screen, or you can email Al at the address on the screen, and we'll try and get back to you promptly. In the subject, state FTC judging question so that we pay the amount of attention that we should to the questions. Thank you very much.
Thank you.